I need to see a man about a winch.
Bye, D4s. See you later, sweet 16. Bye, chickens.
Hi, everybody.
Miss LAOL and I are headed to the Pacific Northwest. They said there was possible blowing dust in this area. Kind of a cool lounge spout over there. We just woke up, stayed the night here in Idaho. What is this city called?
I don't remember.
We're headed out. We don't know what city this is, but we're in Idaho somewhere. We should be at our destination tonight around 5, 6 o'clock.
Yep.
We have a little bit of time to kill, so we stopped at the Evergreen Aviation Museum, and this is the Spruce Goose, Howard Hughes's baby. This was all the cleaner's idea. He loves aviation museum, so he says, you guys are right there, you got to go see it. So we did, and you know, kind of a pilot now myself. I know it's a drone, but it's still a pilot. I'm making a beeline over here.
An airborne CA-1 tractor. What is this? What do we have here? This crawler could fly on a C-47, which is the
DC-3, like I flew on to Greenland to Summit Camp.
Little light guy here. I see a little bit of yellow paint underneath. Let's do a walk around. Let's see. Actually, the chain rails look nice. Sorry, I'm not supposed to touch. There's your master link. They got all the other ones welded in, but you can tell how light this is. Is this a Oliver? I can't really tell. OD green. I bet you could put a lot of these on the Spruce Goose. Oh, these grousers are a little bit worn. What a neat little blade. It's about 4 feet wide. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, about 4 feet wide. Pretty sure this is a Clark. Look at those little final drives. Hydraulics. It's kind of ahead of its time. Oh, there's a tag. Clark tractor crawler. Yep, so I was right. Clark. Got your steering clutches, your hydraulic controls, main clutch. Main clutch is here, hydraulic over there. Steering clutches. Cute, it's got one little headlight. Imagine if this was a airborne tractor with lights, it probably would have blackout lights, but I don't know. So they have the kind of the shade over the top so they can't be spotted. And here's the plane, the C-47 that it would have flew in. Could have flew in, or a glider.
Now, cleaner, he could walk through this whole museum and point out every single one of these and tell you when it was made and what it is. I have a little more trouble.
I know that's a V-tail Bonanza. I know that.
That's for you, Dad. Phantom. Those are always cool. When I was growing up, I always loved those. Huey UH-1. I've actually flown in one of those. Actually, when I was in the Civil Air Patrol, we flew over the Air Force Academy in one of those.
Margie.
I'm thinking Carl's going to need some sort of a art on the fuel tank.
Liquid cooled Curtiss OX-5 V8 engine. And here's the plane it would have been in. The guy sits right in front of the radiator.
How you doing there, fella? Yeah, good. Nice mustache. It's kind of neat. The road where you drive into this museum is painted like a runway, and you drive in due north 360 runway 36, and then on the other end it says 18 capsule out of a rocket. Jolene says it looks like the Death Star.
Three, 2, 1, 0.
Aw.
Told you it was a launch room, not the lunchroom.
We're gonna have to go to the lunchroom. Kind of hungry now.
This is actually the set where they filmed the moon landing. And the A-10 Warthog.
Bird. Top Gun. Alright. Probably better get lunch. I'm getting in the danger zone.
Superfly and Mooch.
I've been Maverick and Goose. Something like that.
Air National Guard.
I don't always fly to the ice, but when I do, I choose Air National Guard. Alright, I think it's time to find the real lunchroom. I know I joke around a lot, take everything lightheartedly, but this really is a very educational and interesting place. Found the lunchroom. Well, we stumbled across this D4 in Oregon. I don't know if this looks familiar to anybody. Kind of looks familiar to me. Hey, Matt,
Hello.
right?
Yes, sometimes.
Have we met? You look familiar.
No. Yes?
No. Yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we've met. We're both in ACMOC,
That's true.
Antique Caterpillar Machinery Owners Club. And I recommend it.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still there.
I do not envy you sorting out all those hoses and wires.
Yeah, fortunately, that's done. I pretty much just the cylinder hoses are left. I just finished the drive motor hoses. So those are all done. And
We're not going to spoil anything, are we?
no. No.
So we're checking out all of Matt's equipment. His skid steer with the new Yanmar engine. Got the excavator over there you guys just probably saw. Getting the grand tour. The question is probably why I'm here, and that is because Matt generously offered a D4 winch for us that I think will go good with Carl.
That's right. The one thing that's missing is the drawbar mount on the bottom.
We could fashion something, I'm sure. Oregon?
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. This is going to a good home. At least a home. I don't know if we're good. We'll see. Very exciting day. Kind of a very interesting hotel here. Good view.
And definitely can see the fire across the way. And what looks like a hydroelectric dam over there in the distance. You can probably see up on the horizon there's a wildfire. This is Interstate 84 and we're just outside of Boise. This is brutal. We should have just got a hotel and stayed here for the night, actually. Looks like it's getting worse. I think we're going about the same speed as the fire's going along the highway here. Past the fire, just smoke ahead of us, and my eyes are itchy. But we're well on our way home now. Remember that time we stopped and visited family in Idaho and then went through Utah to get a bunch of cookies?
Pepperidge Farms remembers because that's where we're at, Pepperidge Farms. And they have discount cookies, and we, despite being on a diet, just bought a lot of them. We're back in Colorado. It is gonna be dark by the time we get home, but we made it. I was worried about the truck a little while. I sprung some kind of either oil or fuel leak up in the valley at the top of the engine, but I've monitored it. It hasn't used any oils. I don't know. I'll have to check it out when I get home. Belt pulley, PTO. We've got rear hydraulics, and we got another belt pulley inside. But what we don't have, this is the winch. It's actually been sitting in here for a couple of days. It's been a little while, actually, since I got home. I had some family things that I had to attend to. This winch is gonna go on Carl over here, the 5-roller track frame tractor that we got from Minnesota. I know a lot of you have been wondering, when are you guys gonna start working on another D4? Well, we're going to. This has been a busy summer. I've had a lot to do. I had my deployment early this spring, and we have a lot of things coming up this fall that we're gonna be attending. We wanna finish our Chevy truck, we wanna finish Wheezy, and then we are going to drag Carl into the shop for our winter project. The plan with Carl is to make it into kind of a recovery tractor. So we're gonna put the front tow hook on it, we're gonna put the winch on the back, the 5-roller long wide track frame. It's gonna be a very unique tractor. We're also gonna paint it OD green. I'm holding right here in my hands a parts book for this very winch. Talking to Matt, I don't think this winch is gonna need a lot of parts. Might need some bearings. We're gonna definitely unspool the cable. We're gonna take it apart and check it out. This winch is pretty much complete. I got all the parts that we're gonna need to get it operational. We might have to fabricate a couple of things, but we're willing to do that. I'm sure you're all familiar with Matt's channel. If you're not, I'm gonna put a link in the description below, so check it out. Pacific Northwest Hillbilly. Matt and I are both involved in ACMOC. He reached out and he said, hey, I got a winch. If you want it, you just got to figure out a way to come get it or have it. I can have it shipped. I said, well, I have some family in Idaho. Maybe I'll stop by for a visit there and just head out your way. So Jolene and I hit the road, as you've seen, to go up and get this winch. And it was fantastic meeting Matt, and I really thank him very much for the opportunity to meet him and this fantastic winch. If you want to see how he recovered this winch, that's also on his channel. Interesting to note that the Hyster company's out of Portland, Oregon, or Peoria, Illinois. And yeah, Oregon. That's where we just were. Unfortunately, I wanted to spend more time visiting with Matt and more time in Oregon. I had to cut things short. I got a little bit of a scare with mechanical issues with the pickup truck, as you probably saw. So I kind of wanted to at least get to my uncle's where I could check it out and then get back home. This pickup truck has done a lot. This is the workhorse of LAOL. Enough yammering on. Let's get this thing unloaded.
There's absolutely nothing light about this thing.
Pallet jack? Pallet jack? Have you seen my pallet jack? Pallet jack? Pallet jack? Ah, there you are. Okay, this has got the cleaner's fingerprints all over it. Oh, Goliath, get out of the way. This is great! Now I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Dry weight without the cable, this winch should be around 1,350 pounds. I imagine it's just a smidge more than that with the cable. And if it's full of fluid, which it's not. Oh my goodness. OD green paint. This is the best winch story ever. Thanks for riding along. Thank you, Matt, for the winch. And I do want to thank all of you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Miss LAOL and I are heading to the Pacific Northwest. Howdy, y'all. Miss
Howdy, y'all. Sorry.
Howdy, y'all. Sorry. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. You're supposed to say it. All right. Howdy, y'all.
Hi, everybody.
Miss LAOL and I are headed to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the lengths a man will go to for a good winch. A good winch from the Pacific Northwest.
Sputnik.